Hey there, Cheesemeisters, and welcome back to the Peach Pod. That would have been Sleepwalk by Santo and Johnny. Do you know that song? It's an instrumental. It sounds kind of...
Ooh.
It's real warbly guitar.
So in the pool hall, I'm thinking.
Yep, that was playing the time. I think it was the time that she offered him the lube job.
What a statement, Mock.
I know. I am Jeff, and should have, would have, could have. And joining me on the other end of the internet, my host.
I'm Leslie, and I'm sitting Shiva for Josh.
Yeah.
My boy!
R.I.P. Josh. I felt really bad how much you liked him. Because
I wondered.
Obviously, I knew this was coming, and I'm just like, it. Not only did I know it was coming, I also know that it comes in the most out of fucking nowhere, car crash.
But I called it within a minute.
Of what?
Remember, I texted you. They were in the Peach Pit parking lot.
Uh-huh.
Say that 5 times fast. And he was about to leave, and I texted you, and I said, I swear to God, if they kill him and Brenda becomes president, I will scream. And within a minute, Cheesemeisters, I wrote out, no!
Yeah.
It's such a joke. It's such a fucking joke.
I know. The loud horn, the crunching. And then, just in case you thought maybe he survived, burst into flames.
Okay, whoever was driving the truck in It's a Totally Happening Life was driving this.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he was like, it's like in Final Destination, or what I understand of it, and he said, I gotta get one of y'all.
Yeah, there has to be a balance. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Josh paid for the lives of all of those carolers.
I hate it so much.
Yeah. This week, Cheesemeisters, by the way, we're talking about season 5, episode 3, A Clean Slate, which is what you get when you just wipe Josh off the board. Shit.
Good grief.
Original air date September 21st, 1994. So we already knew when you threw something.
I was so mad. But also obviously laughing a little because it's just so ridiculous. And
It is.
I forget who said it recently or where I heard this, but I'm pretty sure cars don't burst into flames as easily as they do on this show or any TV show.
Yeah, we now have 2 cars bursting into flames on this show. And people running up to them.
Yeah. But in case anyone else forgets what else happens in this episode, I also threw up in my mouth a little when Brandon was chastising Andrea for trying to help him, and he goes, shouldn't you be at a daycare or something?
Yeah. Brandon was a super whiny bitch in this episode.
Kid, I don't want to be the hero.
You told me to run.
What about Deshaun?
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of Deshaun.
He might as well be Selma Blair's character in Cruel Intention, just gangly and
I would laugh harder at that, but it would make me cough. I'm trying real hard to not hack up a lung. Yes, 100%. He's got real Selma Blair energy in this episode. Remind me never to do this again.
Why would I do the things you want me to do? Oh,
he's the worst. Yeah, so here's, I guess, what happens in this episode, Cheesemeisters. Fast forward, Josh. So yeah, what I mean, I don't know. So Josh and Brandon are running for office, and David's working the camera and doing a terrible job with the audio because David always relied on the on-camera microphone, not an extended one for a reporter. So he doesn't always do it. So like you'd think somebody so good at the audio medium of radio and carnival play-by-play and rapping the end racism and video production like the senior video or Brandon's campaign video when he ran for junior class president. You'd think someone who had that skill set would be better at plugging in a microphone and not sneezing while he's recording. But David's terrible. So, but you know, it's the election season. Everybody's all electioning, and but the independents are not doing very well. The people don't like Brandon being the chancellor's lackey, or at least Alex Diaz doesn't.
One person, no one else cared.
Yeah, I know. And Brandon thinks they cared now. And Alex Diaz, who is running Alicia's campaign, Alicia, I think. Alicia. We never saw her. This episode, I got to talk about this at some point, but this episode is a lot of explaining to people about things.
Yes.
Like it's just a whole lot of dialogue that feels like it was written so that the new and expanded audience that was coming with this show could be caught up. It felt that way to me quite a bit because there was, Jim is like, don't ever talk about Jack McKay again. How he was dated our daughter. Like there's just all of this like plot exposition dump out of people's mouths like the whole episode. So I guess that's where it all starts. The cold open is Val is rummaging through Brenda's stuff, a box literally labeled Brenda stuff in the garage. And what she finds is an autographed picture of Dylan.
I loved it. No, he's just lounging.
He's totally lounging. And he wrote, "To Brenda, love Dylan," like normal teenagers do.
Totally.
Yeah. And Cindy's like, "Hey, what you doing out here?" "I was just bringing out the newspapers." "Look, Cindy, when you do the recycling, bad things happen. So chill."
Fair point. I mean, maybe Cindy really suspects Val because I feel like she's always catching Val going like, "Hey, what you doing?"
I feel like Cindy is totally snowed by what Val's got going on, but she's doing it with a better haircut than she had in season 4. So shouts to Carol Potter's hair. Big improvement.
30 years later.
I know. I mean, look, David's hair got dumber. Her hair got nicer.
Oh, see, I don't mind David's hair because it's as dumb as he is. So I'm like,
I don't mind it, but it's a dumb haircut.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got like a Medusa thing happening up here. Like it's like if you stared at it, you might turn to stone. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
then shaved all the way around.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me as much as Jason Priestley's severe crew cut, or not even crew cut, but just the edges and then the like 1 inch.
Right.
I don't know what you call that.
I don't either. Arthur. Stole that joke from George Harrison. So she sees this picture and then she comes into the dinner table where they're going to have some Mexican that'll turn you into a Californian right away. Well, sign me up.
Same.
Val is overly enthusiastic about like, I don't know. Val is so weird. And I think, tell me you think this is a good idea, because I feel like it might be a fun way to approach Val on her journey here. Because like this is episode 3, right? So far, we see that Val is duplicitous, right? Yeah. That she'll like full Eddie Haskell, Jim and Cindy, and then she'll smoke a doob and call people avocado heads and all of this stuff, right?
Yes.
And so, and we know why she's here, right? We know that her dad who used to play pool, by the way, as if we needed to know that. Obviously, he did. Up to no good.
Nope.
He killed himself. And so Val is here 3 months later, right?
Yeah.
So if we look at everything that Val does as Val's trauma response,
She's having a good time.
okay. So I kind of want to every week check in and see what Val's trauma response made her do this week.
So this week, her trauma response made her try Mexican food.
Yes, first of all, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't just try Mexican food. When Jim said, "Oh, be careful, this one's really spicy," she said, "I'll down it all, Jim."
That's right. Yeah. Val's trauma response said, "Gotta act like a real California girl."
Yeah.
And then gotta pump Jim for information about Jack McKay and Dylan. Okay. Like, because she found the picture in Brenda's box. I don't know what Val's up to here. If she's like trying to take Brenda's life.
I don't know if you know this, but when you have recently suffered a trauma, you then want to take someone else's identity because you're bored. You're very bored when you're dealing with trauma.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So you look around, hopefully, and you either you steal someone's identity, or you find a box with all their stuff in it, and you go, okay. They're gone.
Yeah.
I can be them here. Even though I know she says later on, I'm not Brenda. So thank you, Pinterest.
Yeah, she does say that. She also, like, Val's trauma response made her go to a pool hall, for God's sake.
Oh, boy.
And at the pool hall, and the reason she went there is because she pumped Brandon for information about where Dylan is, and Dylan's hanging out at a pool hall again. God fucking damn it, the pool hall.
It's a menace to society.
It's terrible. And he's drinking beers again. But of course he is, because he's in a pool hall.
Beer in a shot.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it.
Pool hall. And Val's like, not only did she have to go to a pool hall because of her trauma response, she had to pretend not to know who Dylan was.
Yep.
Come on, real fucking dirty and strong, and I kind of liked it. Leave him hanging. I want a man to yearn for me. Right? And then her trauma response made her come back the next night and not play pool, but take Dylan home and offer him a lube job. And look, I think they missed an opportunity in the writing, or maybe standards and practices said, But when they were talking about her after they had sex, when they were post-coital, and she was saying about how she was in the circus or whatever.
Yeah.
That she said that she was a lion tamer. They should have gone with sword swallower.
Oh, okay. That would have made more sense, because the first thing they say after she rolls off of him was like, "Where'd you learn that trick?" And I'm like, oh, I need to know, because what? You can't say that and not give us a clue. And all they go lean into is, "Oh, I was a lion tamer." Were there animals?
I would hope.
No.
I mean,
you know what I'm hoping now? I'm hoping that in the BDSM scene that they play out, she's got, like, you won't know this Taylor Swift outfit, but she had like a circus, whoever the leader is in that outfit.
Yeah.
Only Val has something more Dom like of that.
Sure.
And then she makes Dylan put on, like, lion ears and a tail.
Oh, sure. Sure. A big mane.
Yeah. But no, I think your idea is much better. Mine serves only the funny factor.
Oh no,
Viewers
I
would
mean,
make
I fully intend mine to be funny. It's ridiculous. All
for
the shit Val
sure.
does, if we explain all of her actions away by trauma response, I think that's kind of hilarious. Because she
She
does
learned a
wacky shit.
she learned a naughty trick because of trauma.
God bless.
She bought a Cosmo and read 50 Ways to Please Your Man.
That's right. With circus metaphors.
Yes.
So yeah, so she wants to meet up with Dylan, and she does, and they have sex. And you know what else her trauma response made her do? String Steve along. She is fucking with Steve.
Yeah.
It's all happening off camera, but she is stringing him along, and it's not cool. It's just, I mean, Steve sucks, but he doesn't deserve that. But
I'm not upset about it.
I'm not upset about it, but it's a weird thing for her trauma response to make her do.
Fair enough.
Yeah. How do you feel? You can whatever with your intimacy coordinator hat, but how do you feel about the connection between Dylan and Val, especially as compared to the previous two relationships we've seen Dylan in? Like the physical.
It doesn't seem that
of it all.
it doesn't seem that connected, honestly. Like, I watched it and I was like, damn, Dylan, you're such a slut. Because he's just one, it's fun to call men sluts because,
Sure.
instead of take back the word, give it to the other sex.
That's right.
Part of me too is like, oh, well, that happened quickly. Like,
Yeah, it did.
I could, no pun intended, I could see that coming.
Mm.
But just not yet. So I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel similarly about those two, even though they got further than he and Emily. But like, he and Emily did make out and go on a date, and like, I don't know. Dylan just feels like the kind of guy who just, like, if you can't get his attention, then I can see where it really hurts your ego. Because
Right.
he's just hooking up with everyone, which, fine, you do you, man, but like, are you being safe? There was an
Right.
8th episode. Did you listen?
Yeah, I hope so. That lady died. I think.
I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to it.
Okay.
I think it's like weird what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also think Dylan's being a slut.
Okay, good. Well, thank God Dylan's sluttiness is there for Valerie's trauma response to bounce off of. Elsewhere in this episode, Claire moves into the beach house. How do you like it?
Love it. Perfect. So glad. Did it go where I thought it was going to go the first episode with all of them together? No, but I love how it ended.
Okay, good. So I was wondering about that, because to me, like that whole scene with the blow up guy, is such, it's so dumb, but the whole thing is like, we have a dynamic now.
Yes.
This is what it's like to live in the beach apartment with us 3 zany girls.
We're gonna have sleepovers and pillow fights and fight over Mr. Man. Yay!
Kinda. Yeah. I will say this, like, Claire moves in and she has a snoring problem, and I like giving them like a problem to overcome in their new roommate relationship. It lets them establish the balance between these 3 characters now. And to have it be totally different than the Kelly Claire reactions and relationship from last season, because that was different. Like, she was a high school student, now she's your roommate, and she's not interested in Brandon anymore, but she's got this snoring problem, and it's a problem. So I like that they gave them a problem that was not serious in any way, but also relatable. Because you're
Sure.
like, I could be like, oh God, that would be a shit roommate to have. And then they have them have an honest conversation about it, and then they solve the problem. And it's like this episode has like a bajillion things happen in it. And I like why you needed to do that, I don't know, but I'm glad they did.
Me too. You
You
needed
know?
something light to balance the impending doom.
Yeah, the um you know what else? Chekhov's bad driver.
Oh my god.
I mean, Brandon couldn't stop telling Josh what a bad driver he was. Like the whole episode. He must have pointed it out 2 or 3 times, and then pointed out what a shit car he has like 2 or 3 times. And then the reason Josh didn't show up to the debate fracas is because his car, because Josh was with his car, he broke down on the
On the
freeway
highway. Yeah.
during rush hour. And then Josh is like, I'm gonna take a drive. I'll be back in 20 minutes. And Brandon's like, I'm not riding with you, not in that piece of shit. And then 3 seconds later, boom, it's on fire and Josh is dead. Chekhov's bad driver like a motherfucker in this episode. I know.
I'm just
I'm
shaking my
sorry.
head.
I know.
I,
I'm
I
sorry.
was I I just wasn't expecting it until I was like, wait a minute. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna say I have Catelyn Stark instincts now. Like, whenever I hear whatever version of what is it, Reigns of Castamere? I don't know. I don't care. When she hears the Lannister theme playing
Mm-hmm.
at the Red Wedding, and she gets this look on her face of like, oh no.
Yep.
I don't know what that is for me, but if I just hear a line or things being discussed a certain way, there's like a change in tone in how people are talking to each other, and I'm like, oh no,
Yep.
who's about to get stabbed in the stomach?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Or in this case, who's about to get blown up in a car? My
Yeah.
God.
I know. But before all of that happened, there was this other thing that Alex Diaz was doing.
Oh,
He dug up a piece that Josh wrote about Brandon taking a test for Deshaun, which we all know Deshaun wanted him to do.
yes.
We also know, conveniently forgotten, that Randall gave him the B anyway.
Yeah, Randall's problem.
Yeah. Um, but Alex is like, you drop out of the race and endorse us, or we're publishing this. Flyers all over campus. Josh, you're going to be like drummed out of this race, and Brandon's probably going to get expelled. And because I don't know, blackmail's fine. Like you can just fucking blackmail people. Go ahead. Yeah, college. I mean, in college, CU is like maybe Brandon's right. Maybe the whole university is on the verge of collapse, and it requires his to save it. Because if you can just straight up blackmail people, like there's no faculty advisor you can go to and be like, this fucker just tried to blackmail me.
Yeah,
Like, come on. You know the chancellor, for God's sake.
they really want us to believe that once you're in college, you're on your own, kid, and it's not true. I mean,
No, there are rules. Like
there are rules, and like there are office hours. You can go talk to teachers at the appropriate time, and you know what? This show predates this opportunity, but like you can email them.
yeah. I mean, again, not for nothing. You're the chancellor's lackey.
Right.
Like, go to him and say, hey, do you know what this jackass Alex Diaz? He's trying to blackmail me.
Listen, Arnie, I need your protection.
Oh man, this is bullshit. It's what this is. But he wouldn't have to do it if Brandon hadn't gotten up there and shamed everybody for being bad candidates and people.
And not doing speech. A lick better.
No. Brandon, he likes to talk about how you should do stuff, but he mostly just wants to yell at you for doing the things you're doing. So it's the glory of being self-righteous. But it's all because of that. And then, but Alex is coming after him with this new we're gonna get you with this one. Um, and gets up there at the student council meeting and starts giving like, I don't know, some real blue chips point of view student athlete stuff about how, you know, Deshaun was robbed of a real education
What's
by
Deshaun
Brandon.
gonna do? What if one of our airmen died?
Right. Yeah. And Deshaun's like, you're out of line.
You're a racist.
That's right. Oh, and see, there's nothing that a progressive hates more than being called a racist.
Nope.
It's just, you know, it's bad. It's real bad. So Deshaun puts the smackdown on the whole thing, and he's like, you know what? I probably would have cheated. I did. If Brandon hadn't been who Brandon is, and my life is better because of it. Brandon Walsh for hero. And
White savior.
yeah, he saved my black ass. Jesus Christ. And you know, and Deshaun was like so moved because like Donna went to tell him what was going on, and because Brandon wasn't prepared to do it because Brandon was moping, and
I don't want to do anything, God. I won't do it, God.
do whatever I feel like. Gosh,
Is it time to watch Napoleon Dynamite yet? Good grief.
I know.
Oh.
Well, I mean, shit. There's an election in that movie.
Oh God, you're right. No, we gotta wait for Rico.
Okay, he's coming soon.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it won't be long.
Wait, it's Alex Diaz, right?
Alex Diaz, yes.
Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't
and
want the name wrong and then be,
yep,
you know,
yeah.
use credibility here.
I
Are we
know.
gonna see him again?
Alex Diaz, yeah.
Cool. Are we gonna see Walter, the college news reporter again?
I don't know that we are.
Damn, I liked him.
Yeah, giving David
Ah.
shit.
Oh, honestly, I related to Walter, the newsman, so much in this episode. Like,
Yeah,
why aren't you at my level?
right.
That was college me. It was high school me. What am I saying? Anyway, this is not about me. This is about
No,
this show.
David Silver, cameraman. Yeah, no, that guy I don't think stays around, but Alex Diaz is a going concern.
Oh, well,
So,
I can't wait.
yep. And the other thing that's intertwined with all of this is that Andrea is feeling some kind of way about like her life right now. She doesn't feel
Yeah.
like she's being listened to. She's, you know, like there's a thing that happens when you have like a baby, like after a while you're not even sure you can talk to grown-ups because you're just like talking to a baby all day long, and like your language choices change and your tone of voice changes and your brain changes, and you're like, and then like you find yourself out in public talking to a grown up and you're like, this is nice. Like it's eye opening. And so she's feeling that right now, that like desire to talk to anyone who's not a baby and to be seen as the same capable person she's always been, and not
Yes.
just someone who should be in daycare right now.
Yeah,
Brandon,
she doesn't want to.
fuckwad.
She doesn't want to be unappreciated like Cindy and reading Anna Karenina and
Yeah,
possibly ending a marriage.
right. Well, you know, where's Glenn? Um, the Andrea spends the episode being irritated that Brandon's not listening to her, and then getting his attention and making him listen. And it's the most I've liked Andrea in like a year and a half.
Yeah, I could see that. Although there were moments where I thought like one of two things. Like Andrea, he does have a lot going on right now. Like it's like I hear you, honey, but it's really not all about you right now.
There's that, sure.
There was a little bit of that. Um and I completely lost the other part. But I did notice when I was rewatching it, I was like, ooh, that spark, that chemistry between them kind of, you know, peaked out again. And I thought, oh, this is why people online are always, or not always, but I have been seeing more and more people are like, it should have been Brandon and Andrea. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Okay. But they do have good chemistry. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, you have to credit the show for like writing that out as they could, but no, I don't even know what's going to happen between her and Jesse, but I like them. I'm sure there's going to be drama because
Hmm.
it's a relationship that it's not always
Yeah.
smooth sailing.
Nope. I think that's everything that happened in the episode.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's all of the things.
There's like little things, but yeah.
Yeah. So, what was this really about?
Cars equal death. They almost killed Andrea, specifically Gil Myers driving.
Frank Padilla.
Oh, wait. Yeah, Frank Padilla. I forgot for a minute. It was like, who was that?
He's the one who tried to run over Andrea. I know.
No, he's the one who got framed. He's the one who was working for Gil Myers. But he was definitely doing dangerous driving and could have died in all that street racing.
That's true.
Jack McKay obviously got killed. And when they mentioned Jack McKay and I heard it in the rewatch, I thought, oh no, what if anytime you mention Jack McKay, someone's going to die?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Deep cut. I don't think that's going to happen. That'd be amazing if it did, but I don't think so.
Well, we'll have to pay attention to the next time. So, no, because they bring up Jack a lot in season 3. Like, when Dylan's writing the book about him and, all that stuff. So,
I think he was writing a book about him for a minute. Jeez.
I know. I wonder whatever happened to that book. I bet it was great.
It got torched in the car, probably. All of them almost dying on a bus, which I'm really sad. Who was the truck driver? We usually know this.
It's either Greg Clemens or Craig Clemens.
I think it's Craig Clemens.
But they get it confused. Remember, that's the thing. I took care of that, Miriam.
Oh, you're right. Well, either way. So yeah,
cars
are dangerous.
Clemens? It was Craig Clemens. That's my Miriam impression. What do you think?
It's pretty great.
I know. I like that.
Almost as great as your impression of me.
What do you mean? You're British now.
And I sound like Eric Idle when he plays women.
Yeah. That's the best way to pretend to be a woman, is to do the Monty Python lady voice.
I love it. Honestly, everyone take that little tidbit and run with it.
That's how, whenever I read Harry Potter to Liam, Aunt Petunia sounded like a Monty Python woman.
Oh, well, that's facts. Absolutely, she does. If Aunt Petunia isn't going to be played in this miniseries, it's not miniseries, in this TV series by Eric Idle, I will riot.
That'd be great. And for Uncle Vernon, I basically did the Gumbies from Monty Python. Good name. Oh. Listen, Harry, don't go there. Don't do it. Like that. So.
Oh, that's so fun.
I know. I had a good time. Not the point, but that's okay. So one of the things I think this episode is really about is, and I mentioned it earlier briefly, is we have new viewers. So let's explain people, events, and relationships. Because Donna tells Kelly all about who Claire is. Even though Kelly already knows, Donna's telling us, you guys. She's telling the new viewers, this is Claire. She's the Chancellor's daughter. You met her last year. Yeah, we went to a retreat together. It was Lamestain. Like, they're just... And then Kelly's like, can't live here because I know you want to bone my boyfriend. And she's like, no, that was the old me. I'm reformed now. And so they give you her backstory in that whole conversation. So now you know who this new person is. Jim McKay explains to everybody who Jack is and who Dylan is. And he doesn't say Dylan just fucked with my money for the last time, but like he should, because that's a problem. And so, but Brandon explains to Valerie that Jim used to handle Dylan's money, and Dylan is rich and he owns a biotech company, and like just explaining things to people about who they are, what's going on. Claire telling Kelly and Donna that she never slept with Brandon.
Mm.
Like that is just making sure we understand. Andrea telling Donna in great detail who Alex Diaz is while he walks across the Condor's nest.
Yes.
Andrea reminding Brandon about Donna Martin graduates.
Oh, yep.
Steve telling everyone what happened in the meeting after Deshaun's interruption. Like
Yeah.
they come back and they're like, that looks like some kind of a rally. It is. Here's what happened after we left that scene. He's like, the show is weird.
It's funny. It didn't bump me as much as it usually does. So I think it's interesting that you bring up all of this for new viewers, but it makes sense because the show does feel quite different.
It's among other things, like this episode feels like they mashed the gas pedal down on the story. But not in the same way that season 1 was like, this is our breast cancer episode. And they just take one thing and they wrap it all up in a bow at the end. This is like they were doing like 6 different things in this episode, all intertwined and bumping into each other. But they're telling this whatever Val's trauma response is making her do to Dylan. They're telling the Andrea story. They're telling the Claire moves in and snores story. They're telling the Alex Diaz is a douchebag story, and the Deshaun has got your back, Brandon story, and the Josh can't drive story, and the Josh is dead story, and Brandon is now the president of CU. Like, that is a lot of business to handle in one 44-minute episode. And that's not the pace that this show had gone at prior to this season. Do you like it?
I don't mind it.
Okay.
Again, I think it's too soon for me to tell.
Okay.
I have liked how there seems to be a quickening to the pace. Like there's more happening, there's more people popping in and doing stuff. But if they're gonna do this much every single episode, like I'm a little that sounds a little exhausting after a while.
Yeah.
But then again, is that not reminiscent of college?
Right. Yeah.
At least for me, like when I think about it now, I'm like, girl, you were running around all over the place wearing like 3 layers of clothing because you had dance, you had class, and then you had nursery, like, and also it's Indiana, so like it's gonna be cold in the morning and then warmer later, like.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's I like it because it allows them to do what they're about to do, which is become the most ridiculous shit on the planet.
Yeah.
And like to be able to just go deep with crazy is like it's why I enjoy watching the show, because it's like, oh, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Give me more dumb. Yeah. And they're doing it super fast now. So anything else this episode might really have been about?
Oh, definitely. No one cares about Dylan.
Yeah.
Everyone just wants to bitch and moan about Dylan, or they want to use Dylan because Nat apparently keeps complaining about Dylan, but not asking what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, everyone is fine to just talk about him. It's kind of like on Boy Meets World when things are bothering Sean and no one really wants to find out. They're like, well, this is your lot in life. You make the rest of us feel better about ourselves.
Right.
And I wonder if Dylan is kind of that for this crew. Because, like, Steve is being chummy at one point,
Yeah.
and then he starts lecturing Dylan.
Right.
Like, well, I thought you'd want to know this.
Right.
And talking about Val and going, she's at the Walshes. She's at the Walshes? Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Right.
Keep it that way. Like, who the...
I know.
Do you all even like Dylan?
Yeah. Steve is like wild swings in emotion in that conversation. It's borderline nonsensical the way Steve behaves there. But I tell you what, because you just mentioned this, and it made me think I can't think of a bigger disconnect between what the audience knows is going on with a character and what the other characters in the show think is going on with the character.
Yeah.
It's a huge disconnect, like to the point where, like, because you were just saying about Nat, like, confronting Dylan or whatever, and I was going to go, give me some trust, because that was just last episode.
Yeah.
And Nat thought that Dylan was upset about Kelly being with Brandon. Yeah. And it's a week later, and Steve is like, hey, look, I know Kelly's dumped me too. And it seems crazy that Steve thinks that Dylan is hung up on Kelly when we know for a fact that Dylan's a fucking mess because he lost all of his money. And we've known that for 3 weeks now.
Well,
but the characters don't.
The fact that he's drinking, drinking. Brandon saw him drinking before Dylan knew anything about Kelly.
Yeah.
You're a bad friend. And granted, that's not going to be an easy thing to approach, but you all suck. You know he's drinking, and not a one of you, not Nat. Someone hasn't said anything to Jim to be like, I know you all have almost punched each other out before, but like, he will listen to you. He'll fight first, but he'll listen at some point. Like, it's just, I find it hard to believe that no one has asked him, dude, what is going on? Because this can't just be about the breakup. Like, Kelly wasn't even your true love. I know you said she's your soulmate, but we know that's not true. Yeah. Like, it's just wild. No one cares about him.
Yeah. It is so. It also narratively, it just feels strange that they're so out of touch with what we know is happening with him. So I mean, clearly we're in the middle of a story there. So we'll keep paying attention to it. I think that this episode might really be about the politics of listening to each other.
Oh.
Because that's the topic of Brandon's speech, right? Like, he gets up there and he's like, all of you different minority groups, quit arguing with each other. Let's just all be friends. Like, maybe if we were listening to each other instead of making sure that we got to say our part, maybe we could save this university from the imminent collapse of legalized blackmail.
Come on, guys. We all have more in common than we don't. Come on.
Yeah. And then Val and Dylan's verbal and nonverbal communications in the bar. What do I win? What do you want? What do you got? What do I need? Like, and the whole fucking circus lion tamer situation, and the things that she knows about him that he doesn't know about her.
Yeah.
Like, there is all of this unspoken stuff happening there because we know she knows about him and he doesn't know anything about her.
They don't know we know they know we know.
Right, but we know that she knows that we know, but he doesn't know that we know what she knows.
Mm.
So it's a lot, but it's again Valerie's trauma response, just making her do this to him. I don't understand it, because if it's not the trauma response, I don't understand what she's doing. Like, why are you doing this? Like, what a weird way to sleep with this guy.
Yeah.
You know,
what a weird way to be a new girl in town. You
well,
know?
but guess what? That's what Brenda did with Cool Rider. She lied about
Ooh.
where she went to school. She had a curfew. He had to drop her off.
That's
Like,
right.
it was a lot of those same things were, again, she's trying to do like a Brenda carbon copy. But if Brenda was like nasty.
I feel like they either wanted the cast or the audience to be like, "Oh, if you all thought Brenda was a bitch, wait till you meet Val."
Yeah, I mean,
Cuz like there is a difference.
uh-huh.
It did I did feel the nagging sense of you can't trust these brunettes again.
Uh-huh. That ain't gonna improve.
It's not.
Yeah. Brandon not listening to Andrea until he does, like that, the politics of listening to each other. I wrote this here, and it was just because I think it struck me while I was typing notes, but that you can just blackmail people. That's fine. Like, listen to me. I'm blackmailing you. Shit.
Twid that it was so simple.
It's complicated. Brandon won't go talk to Deshaun, but Donna will. And Jim constantly asking for updates.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god.
Have they called yet? Have you won? And again, that's another thing that they're just explaining to the audience. Like, they're just, Brandon had to tell Jim exactly who was going to call and when and what information that they would have, so that the audience, just in case they got lost somewhere in this episode in Josh's car, forgot why we were at the Peach Pit hanging out.
Also, this is neither here nor there, but the moment where Jason and James were like just slapping each other in the scene was so great.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? All right, like, you got to do something in the background, just make it distracting.
Yeah. Well, you know what it was? I mean, I have a feeling they were messing around, but then also Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thiessen, yeah.
Thiessen. It was probably like, what am I commenting on? What are they doing that is so like ostentatious that
Right.
deserves commentary? And they're like, Jason, James, can you do something? Yeah, okay. We'll slap
How do you like
other.
the Three Stooges? Let's do that.
Here.
Whoop. Yeah. Oh, the wise guy. Yeah. What else might this episode have been about?
Everyone's trying to get Brandon expelled from Cal Uni. I'm starting to see a trend in his time at Cal Uni.
Yeah.
And it seems that everyone wants him expelled.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was multiple people freshman year. You had Lucinda, not like trying, but like, oh no, if we're found out, you'll get expelled.
Yeah.
I'll get fired. Oh no. And then
why does that make my nipples hard?
I know. That's exactly what she said.
Yeah. Verbatim.
Josh then trying to blackmail him. Like, it's if they're not trying to expel him, they're trying to blackmail him. Claire makes idle threats of like, oh, you're gonna tell my dad about me? Good luck.
Right.
Completely unfound. And now we have this guy, Alex, who,
he's ready to burn it down.
And I'm ready to go with him. If you're coming for Brandon, then chances are I'm gonna be on your team, because remember, that's how my boy Josh and I got together.
That's true. Oh, I'm so
So
sorry.
now, even though Alex probably had a hand in your death, or Gil Myers, or Craig Clemens, one of the
Frank
three,
Clemens, whatever. Frank
honestly, it
Padilla.
probably was. It probably was Craig Clemens
It
just
probably was.
taking.
That guy was drunk. He's still drunk. Like they didn't as far as I know, Miriam and Joseph Miriam and Clarence didn't get him into like AA or something. They just like made him invisible. He just like
See,
drove through another car. They didn't solve the problem of this dude just being a drunk.
yeah, it's kind of like, the men in Take Back the Week. We can't stop you. We can forgive you and also
Right.
realize that you're struggling in this as well.
Yeah.
We'll just make the women invisible, and
Yeah,
that'll help
sure.
things.
Yeah, that's all better.
So yeah, everyone's trying to get Brandon thrown out.
Who can blame him? But now he's president. Now he's got power.
Oh God, I hate it so much. Why does he have power? Why? Tell me why. It hurts my soul.
I know, and that makes me happy.
Why do people keep getting president who don't deserve it, Jeff?
I know it's rough. First Brandon, now the real world.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anything else that this might really been about?
It totally made me think of that lyric in Popular, when she goes, "Did they have brains or knowledge? Don't make me laugh. They were popular, please." Because I'm like, Josh is very smart. Andre is very smart. Two people Brandon has had to go toe to toe with, or like compete with, show that he's better than for some reason. And it's like, it's just because you're likable, which,
Right.
again, maybe, but I mean, he did just yell at the school, so you would think they would have been like, who's this guy?
This entitled white boy is right. We're all bad people.
Yeah, who's this Kyle?
We gotta vote for him.
You know what? I do like being yelled at. Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah. That's the. I guess this is Brandon finally learning what his special purpose is for, because like he has been yelling at people since we met him, and he got up and yelled at everybody, and they said, "Boy, you're right. We suck. Here's our vote."
Yeah, everyone wants to be a sub for Brandon for some reason, and I don't get it.
No, it's Short King, but it's
You know what? That's why. We love a
it.
short king.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's something. Brandon just screaming his way to the presidency.
Speaking of short king, I loved seeing him next to Cress Williams.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I did the same noticing, because I was trying to figure out how tall I think Cress Williams is, and I think he's probably my height.
Yeah.
Like he's probably about 6'1" or 6'2". Because standing next to Brandon, he's a good head. Like I think Brandon comes up to about his shoulder.
Yeah.
And I think Brandon's probably 5'6", 5'7", maybe.
My height, baby.
Yeah. It's too bad there's nothing to do when someone says 5'6" or 5'7". Like if you just went,
What do you mean?
if someone says 6'7", you got to do this stupid bullshit.
Oh,
And if
see,
it
I
was
didn't know about that.
5'7", oh yeah, that's the whole thing.
Like juggling boobs.
I guess 6'7" means nothing.
No,
Nobody. Everybody agrees.
This is the level of adulthood I've achieved, because I knew nothing about it, and then an article came up about like new slang, and I went, oh, this sounds fascinating, and I might be working with kids again at some point. Let's read it. And I'm like, it's a whole article saying it means nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
it's the weirdest slang ever.
Most of it means nothing.
No, all of it means something. Like all of it means all of it. All slang is a replacement for a word or a sentiment that is otherwise expressed by old people. You know,
Fair enough.
like it's like hep and hip and cool and
On
radical and
fleek.
awesome. On fleek is about eyebrows, but yes. Like there's just, but that's my point, right? On fleek means something.
Yes.
Radical means something. Uh, awesome. When bad turned from bad meaning bad to bad meaning
Lost.
good. Right. All of those
So
things
lost.
mean something, and the kids were using them to mean something, and the parent had to go, what the fuck does that mean? And then they figured it out, and they still thought bad should mean bad and not good. But 6, 7 ain't that, because
Nope.
even the kids are like, it means nothing. And so like when they use it, they're like, can you believe this? And that's what we do too. Is so weird. It's like the most internet thing that's ever happened since since Brandon learned about like sweatshops and started yelling at people. Like it's the most internet that I've ever seen. It's so crazy. 6, 7. I don't know.
I have nothing.
Yeah. Okay. I got nothing either. Anything else, or do you have things that this made you nostalgic for? Oh wait, I did have one other thing.
Yes.
Why didn't Kelly run Brandon's campaign? Why didn't David shoot the music video? Because their work for him was taking him over the line in second junior year.
Because he didn't win with them involved.
Because he gave up. Remember?
Did he give up? No, I don't remember. I blocked that out.
Oh yeah, that's that wonderful episode where Brenda moved out and they still wouldn't talk about her.
Oh, that's
Brandon
right.
was running for office.
It's not witchy, it's Twin Peaks.
Yeah. But he pulled out of the thing at the end because he didn't like, but Kelly had like the real slick approach and got him like all the popular vote, and David made the music video campaign ad from all the footage that he shot throughout the year of seemingly just Brandon. But like Brandon's running for office again. You've got a proven winner. And instead you went with the Sanders management group.
I mean, he didn't have to do anything. All he had to do was stand up there and I mean he could have been Bobby Newport. He could have just been happy go lucky, like, oh, my dad will win me this. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna
or Brandy Max and just been hot, but no, he had to yell at everyone.
Dillhole. President Dillhole. All right. What did this make you nostalgic for?
I never heard about campus politics, to be honest.
Sure.
However, there was an election, like a presidential election, my freshman year. So, and I had, let's see, I was a year older than everyone else. But either way, it was my first time getting to vote in a presidential election. And I got up early, walked on over to Teeter where I could vote because I thought, oh, there's probably going to be a long line. There wasn't. But it was very cool. And, I kindly shamed my roommate for not voting. I was like, well, that's what we're supposed to do, but okay. And it was great.
Nice.
Back when it was fun and not for my life. Remember that? Remember when we didn't have to vote for our lives?
I don't anymore.
I don't either.
Have I told you about the Packer method?
I'm sure you have.
I probably have.
But my brain is mush today.
Yeah. Billy Packer, college basketball color commentator from the 80s and the 90s, was on this made me nostalgic for me coining the phrase the Packer method, because he was on a sports show and given his opinion of just bloviating, and the topic was like like lowered admission standards for student athletes.
Mm.
And he's given the Alex Diaz line of, what good does it do these students if they don't get a real education? Like that whole thing. And he's like, let's be honest. I'm making a number up here, but like 80% of these students wouldn't get into school without the help of these athletics. And I was like, what? You're just making up a number.
Yeah.
Like you can just do that?
I
Okay.
remember that now. That's why we make up numbers, and I should honestly do it more.
And when you just a Packer method. And because if you say that, people will think it's like a real thing you did too. It's like, oh, she's the method. But it is just making shit up. And but it all stemmed from the same foundational argument that Alex Diaz was making about Deshaun not belonging in school because he's just a big dumb athlete. Alex Diaz is racist. That's right. Alex
How
Diaz.
dare you lump all athletes together?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, some of them are white.
He did have one. Deshaun did have one white guy hanging out at his crew.
There you go. Oh, you know what? Something that I've forgotten to ask when there's been parties and gatherings, but the campaign party. Do you think Happy Jack would have been invited?
It's a campaign, so sure, why not? I mean, listen, every vote counts.
That's right. It's true.
Bring the stoners. The stoners have wants and needs too.
Yeah, Happy Jack would probably dig Val.
Oh, definitely. Val would be so thrilled, like, oh, new hookup. Okay, because I don't know who her hookup is currently. I think she had to like store some from her time in Buffalo and be like,
I think so too.
I don't know when I don't know who's going to be the dealer. I don't know where I'm going to find the dealers.
I feel like Val would figure it out, and I bet she and Happy Jack are already buddies.
I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's the buddy comedy I need.
Val and Happy Jack.
Yeah.
I like it. So who is your Steve Sanders Memorial worst person of the episode?
It's that fucking cement truck driver. What the hell, man?
Rough, that guy.
You not only hit him, you keep going.
Sure.
You keep going.
Yep, splat.
This was murder.
It was. I mean,
CSI 90210.
Yeah. Look, he didn't even hit the brakes. You can tell. There's no skid mark. You know who it probably was? Alex Diaz.
I mean, he's one of the 3 suspects that I have.
Yep. Yeah. Well, he is my worst person of the episode. Alex Diaz just like, time to blackmail.
Yeah, and then also like the Chancellor's lackey thing was so out of pocket. Like,
yeah,
dude, what? Get a real problem.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, I guess.
But the blackmail thing is really stupid. Like, why is it happening this easily? And also, like, just are you blackmailing all the other parties too? It's
right. Yeah, Brandon's the only one that you should care about because he yelled at everybody and everybody thanked him for it. It's a weird episode.
So weird.
Yep. All right. But I think we did it.
We did.
All right. So join us here on Friday, Cheesemeisters, when I think, are we based on our text messages from earlier this evening?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. We're going to watch The Money Pit because Dylan tells Nat that the Peach Pit is turning into a money pit. And I haven't seen The Money Pit in a long time, and you've never seen it. Did you look it up?
I know Tom Hanks is in it, and
yep.
What's her name from Cheers?
Yeah, Shelley Long.
Shelley Long, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will tell you this up front. That movie was so fucking funny drunk at 2 a.m. when I was in college.
Great.
I
I can't
mean,
wait.
laughed so fucking hard. I've seen it many times sober. It's not as funny as it was that night, but
So
it
be
is funny.
high at 2 p.m. because I'm not
Okay.
staying up until 2 a.m.
Oh
and
yeah,
I
2
have that
a.m.
in
for
me.
suckers. Yeah. But I have one very specific fond memory of watching The Money Pit, and the rest of my impression of the movie is that it's pretty good. It's funny, you know. But that one night, it was the funniest goddamn thing that had ever happened.
Well,
Yeah, so that's Friday, Cheese Meisters in the After Dark. And then join us here next week when we watch season 5, episode 4, Life After Death. It's improbable a sex after marriage. Um, so until then, Cheese Meisters.
bye.
Bye.
I'm sad about Josh.
I know.